This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Hi, everybody.
Good morning, everyone.
We caught up with our favourite dancer, SAS Australia's and Middleton today.
Got
Drop
a
by.
lot to talk about.
Yeah, that was a bit of fun. Also, we educate Harry on the world of crystal waters.
We did.
Learning Harry. Yeah.
Do we talk about skip dancing at all during the show?
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
we
like we
did.
did.
Talk
Yeah.
about
That might
skip
get a run
dancing.
at some
kite
stage.
flying.
And
Yeah.
kite flying, well, that'll get a run too.
Yeah, that'll get a run as well.
This is Nathan, Nat and Sean.
Very open on this show.
No red flags whatsoever.
Straight up the bum, it sounds like.
6:03, Nathan and Sean. Morning, friends.
Hi,
Good morning, everyone.
And we're done.
Tuesdays.
Another wintry day on a Tuesday.
I know. A bit of rain around this
You
week.
shut your damn mouth.
Why? You love it?
No. Yeah, I do. Love that. You're having a short week this week, aren't you?
And next
Yeah.
week. And
And
next
next
week.
week.
Yes. I was planning on going to Kalbarri, but the weather's looking crap everywhere. So if you look down south, it's just going to be monsoonal conditions.
Yes.
The wind's going to be out of control. Here in Perth, the wind will be like 100 k's.
Yeah, and wet.
Yep.
And
If
you
go
were
up
going
north a
down.
little
You were
bit-
going because you're flying kite. It's a flying kite weekend, isn't
That's
it?
right.
Yeah.
That's right. With steel cap boots on. So,
Yeah.
What about dry season started in Broome?
mate, haven't got the money you've got, Natalie, just to fly off at a whim.
I've got a question.
Unless
Unless you're a professional one of these,
Hooker? What?
Sean,
That's where you went.
kite flying. You only fly a kite when you have children, don't you?
Can I
Because
say?
there are kite people, yes, but as just normal everyday life, a normal adult doesn't go down and fly a kite.
Nathan, if you want to fly a kite...
You really want to
can
fly this
a
kite.
No, I know.
It's been
We're not going to
constant
stop
for
you
I
years.
don't want
flying
to
a-
fly a kite.
No, I think you do.
I don't. It's what are you
No
talking
one else
about?
is
I think
questioning
you
it
need
as
to
much as you
fly
are.
one.
If you could
fly
one
a cat from the lounge
inside,
room,
yes.
if I could just chuck it off my balcony and hold on to it while I'm watching Netflix.
You could.
Harry's just looking up professional kite flights.
No,
Is
but-
there an association, by the way?
There would be kite Perth.
Oh, yeah, Red Bull have got around one. Let's have a look at this one.
What do you mean?
Red Bull freestyle kite flying.
Yeah, but
freestyle?
this I understand, the professional tricks
Yeah, but,
and stuff.
How do you get to be a professional, Nathan? You've got to start somewhere.
Yeah, but like people aren't
gotta
just,
start
but, like,
somewhere.
just a normal adult isn't just down the park.
hang on
flying
a second.
kite.
First
Wow,
of all,
actually, that's
Nathan.
very
First of all,
amazing.
Nathan, you are not a normal adult, so I think we can roll a
No,
line
that's
through
why
that.
I'm asking to speak to normal adults right now. I'm just wondering, when's the last time someone flew a kite
that.
without a child?
We are watching professionals at the work,
Yeah, it's
everybody. They're
formation.
sponsored by Red Bull.
Formation kite flying.
like
Really?
the red arrows.
Okay, so this is really good. People can Google professional kite flyers and see the Red Bull team in action. At what stage do you go, this is great fun, but we're adults, we shouldn't be doing this?
No, these people here, no worries. You're doing tricks. It's very exciting.
I know, but you've got to... You
No,
don't
I get that, but not everyone's out training to be professional. I'm not talking about those people. I'm talking about just normal
No, but
people.
those people
And-
are normal people that started somewhere.
Oh, this is more difficult than what I thought it was going to be. Just a normal person, Sean. You get it, don't you?
Yeah, you
yes,
can't-
just a
but-
normal person out flying a kite. When's the last time?
There's nobody out there.
All right. If you've recently flown a kite and you don't have children and you're not a professional kite flyer,
Or you did it.
a kite
Maybe
flyer.
you do have children, but you did it without them.
Yes,
Yeah,
maybe.
Okay.
Don't
Yeah.
rule those people out,
No,
Nathan.
no.
There is somebody
Open
ringing.
to everyone.
Nathan needs a license to... He wants to do it. He needs your permission.
Yeah, let us know if you've flown a kite recently.
Look, it's 6:12. Nathan, Nat and Sean. We've already learnt two things this morning.
We have. We just had to teach Harry about the world of crystal waters,
I
which
know.
we just went for a dip in.
Harry
100%
reckons
pure
he's
love.
Never heard this song before. Are you serious?
It's really not familiar to me. And can you please tell me more about Crystal Waters?
We don't
Crystal
reckon-
Waters is an American house and dance music singer-songwriter, best known for her 90s dance hits
just off the top of his
Gypsy
head.
Woman, 100% Pure Love, and 2007's Destination Calabria.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
that one
that's
go?
a big song.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's a huge song.
Yeah.
I don't know about the first one. What was the first one called?
First one was Gypsy Woman.
Nah.
Oh, 94. I was alive.
Oh, okay.
okay.
Okay, fetus.
I was
God, you
basically.
young people.
And the other thing we've learned is that no adults fly kites on their own.
They do not.
No. What
I'm
we've
right.
learned is no adults fly kites that are up at 6:15.
Oh, so you think
Oh,
they're...
you think the kite flying set get up later?
Yeah, 'cause-
famously.
famously, yeah.
Or they're too ashamed to call through.
Ooh.
Either either.
No, why would
No,
it's no
I'm just
shame in
saying-
We're
flying
not
a
going to
kite.
yuck your yum.
We're supportive of people's
We're not that
childless
shy.
kite flying ambitions.
Yeah,
Harry.
we
What's
do.
wrong
What are you
with
going to do if you don't have children? Go and fly a kite.
It's the Nathan, Nat, and Sean podcast.
It's one-on-one. Sidestep, busted through. And that's a big goal.
It's the final
Nathan and Sean love a long weekend and the footy. Celebrate WA Day at the Waffle with 2 massive derbies on Monday, June 3rd. Kids go free. Tickets at waffle.com.au.
All right, here we go. About to play a round of finals, Siren. We've got 2 contestants ready to go. There is $1,000 up for grabs, divided into 4 $250 quarters.
No, pretty exciting stuff. Kylie is going against Brooke. Hi, Kylie.
Hi, how you going?
Fantastic, Kylie. Are you awake? Are you sharp? Are you ready to attack?
I hope so.
Okay.
Pretty easy questions. You just got to
Yes.
continually get them right, Nate, before the siren goes.
So you'll be taking turns answering questions. When the siren sounds, and we don't know when that's going to happen, whoever has most recently answered a question correctly and in its entirety,
Yep.
you have to have got through the entire answer, will take that round.
Have you got that, Brooke? Brooke?
You with us, Brooke?
Brooke?
Hey.
Brooke,
Hi, Brooke.
Oh, there she
We
is.
just couldn't hear you. Couldn't hear you. Harry was stuffed up.
Okay.
He had
Was
the
that
skipping
your
on for
fault,
me.
Harry?
Harry.
It was.
Yeah, okay. All right. So Carly's here, Brooke's here.
Sabotage, mate.
We're good to go.
What radio station do you work for?
So, Kylie, in the first round, you are going to answer first, okay? And then make it snappy too.
Oh,
okay?
yeah.
So-
These are like so... If you get these wrong, we will ridicule you later.
Yes, yeah, that's right. Okay. Here we go. It's the first quarter.
All right, let's start the timer now.
Kylie, what is the chair used for?
Sitting on.
Brooke, what is the Queen of England's first name?
Elizabeth?
No, it's Camilla.
Oh, yes.
Kylie, how many wonders of the world are there?
7.
Correct. Brooke, what meat is in a ham? Oh, Kylie takes round
Kylie.
one.
Haley, $250.
Well done, Kyles.
And Queen Elizabeth,
Thank you.
she died a couple of years
Yes,
ago
that's
now.
right.
So.
That's
But we're
right.
still,
So-
we've all grown
still-
up with Queen
yeah, we
Elizabeth.
have.
You know what? I'm not going to mock you for that one. That one was understandable.
So, Brooke, you're going to be going first in the second
Okay.
quarter.
Okay, Brooke,
Let's start the second quarter now.
what do you shoot a basketball into?
A hoop.
Correct. Over to Kylie. What is the sharp thing that you hit with a hammer?
Oh, what? Where were you looking for the answer?
The answer was nail. Brooke takes round 2.
Wow.
We're sitting at $250 each. Well done. All right, Kylie, you're going first in the third quarter.
Are you ready? Let's start the timer now. How many legs does a spider have?
8.
If you freeze water, how do you get it? What do you get? Sorry?
Brooke,
Ice.
Yes. What feature does Rudolph have? The other reindeer don't.
Kylie.
Red nose.
What is...
Oh, got it in,
Kylie, just in the nick of time.
Like a tennis match.
I know. So Kylie's got $500 so far.
$500, Kylie?
I know. Brooke, you're going to be going first in the last
Let's see if
quarter.
we can
okay?
make it even, Stevens.
I know. Or is Kylie going to run away with $750?
All right, Natalie will be asking the questions. Let's have
So,
the
Brooke, you're going
timer
first.
Start now.
Brooke, what is a brontosaurus?
A dinosaur?
Correct. Kylie, who built the pyramids?
Egyptian.
Yes. Brooke, how many sides does a triangle have?
3.
Kylie, what sport uses a shuttlecock?
Badminton.
Brooke, which superhero can climb up walls like a spider? Oh, Kylie takes it. Kylie gets $250.
Oh, that's good.
Sorry, it's $750 altogether. Brooke gets
Wow.
$250.
Better.
That's better, 750. Well, Brooke, you didn't
Well
walk away
played.
empty-handed, so that's cool.
Well played, everybody. So Kylie
Thank
gets
you.
$250. Brooke gets Kylie gets $750. Brooke gets $250. Everyone's a winner.
Everyone's
and you're
a
both
winner.
in the running for Nova's 10K a day in May. You could be like Shiv, who picked up 10K yesterday.
There you go. Well done, girls.
good.
Have fun spending that this weekend.
Thank you so much.
Queen Camilla.
Queen Camilla. We've all learned something today, haven't we?
Queen Camilla.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Right now we're showing something that Sean saw yesterday, so we Googled it, and it's the world of skip dancing, Sean.
The skip dancing is amazing. I think I came up on an Instagram, so these guys are busting out wicked dance moves generally.
Yeah.
And,
We're watching the
doing
Double Dutch Championship from 2019 right
It's like
now.
a dance battle. So there's a crew and they battle off against another crew.
It's very impressive to watch, but yet I think would be very sad to be part of.
Nathan.
Only because I just think that there's certain things in life that you shouldn't try in case you like it. I reckon
But
that if
you're
I tried
halfway
that,
there.
I know I was in the
Because
jump rope
you
for
were
heart
a very
You were.
accomplished skipper.
So to me, I think that I could enter the word of skip
Yeah, that's
dancing, but
right.
the question is, should I want to?
I mean,
That's right. I think
Because
once you're in,
then you're a
you,
skip dancer.
it's about
know.
time you found a passion, though.
I don't know if skip dancing's it.
Until you're in it.
Oh, what are you doing this weekend, Nathan? I'm just double dutching every day.
Yeah,
with the lads.
Triple unders.
yeah, with the
gang.
team.
With the team.
The whole team, Nate. He's on board.
Oh, yeah, I'd had some friends.
Yeah, have some friends. You wouldn't have to do things
they're
alone.
all into skip dancing.
I mean, there is that. Luckily, so are you.
Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Celebrate WA Day with music, carnival rides and fireworks at Optus Stadium Precinct in Burswood Park. Entry is free. Visit waday.com.
All right, up for grabs. We've got a WA staycation package worth $500. That's nice. We are celebrating all things WA before you head to the WA Day Festival this long weekend.
Kira's got the first opportunity. Good morning.
Morning.
Hey,
Hi,
Kira,
Kira.
have you explored WA a lot?
Well, I'm WA born and raised, so I'm hoping that.
You've been
That
planning
helps.
for this all your life.
You've done your study already. So what's going to happen is each person, right, unless you win, is going to get their very own clue and then a stab at what WA thing we're guessing. The category today is,
It
Natalie.
is a place. It is a place in WA. Okay, so
Cool
I'm
bananas.
pretty much giving it away. Kira, your clue is coast. Do you want to have a guess?
Fremantle.
It's not
It is
Fremantle.
not
Thank you for
Fremantle.
playing, Kira.
All right, let's go to Sandra in Dianella. Hi, Sandra.
Good morning.
You get your very own clue, Sandra.
Your clue, Sandra, is jetty.
Where is it, Sandra?
Buckleton.
Good guess.
Good
It's
guess.
not
I liked it.
Buzzleton.
No.
Thank you, Sandra.
Up next. Hello, Carly.
Hi.
Hey, Carly. All right, so coast and jetty so far. Your clue is RAC.
Ooh, Carly. Where is it?
Oh. Maybe
Quick.
Broome.
It's not
It's not
Broome.
Broome.
It's not
Broome.
Broome. Thank
Raining
you,
in
Carly.
Broome today, as we
Brendan,
know.
hello. Brendan?
Hey,
Hey,
Brad.
how you doing?
Hey,
Good,
Brandon.
Hey,
Good,
buddy. Okay, so we've got Coast Jetty, RAC. Your clue, Brendan, is home. Where is it?
Oh. Rockingham.
It's not Rockingham.
It's not the
Thank you.
ham.
So great
Thank
if you
you.
just gave us your address then.
I know.
Brandon.
Jake, hello. Jake?
Hey, Jake.
Hello.
Hey, Jake.
Trying
right,
to find out
Jake.
this location, Jake. Here is your clue. 113 degrees.
Where's this place? Quick.
Nah, I don't know.
Nothing. All right.
Nice
Thank
horn,
you,
Harry.
Jake.
Hey, Marie.
Hi, how you going?
Good,
Marie.
Marie. So far, Marie, we've got coast, jetty, RAC, home, 113 degrees, and your brand new clue is jeans.
Is it Monkey Mara?
Marie. Yes, it is.
It is Monkey Maya.
It is. Jeans, because
Thank you.
it's near Denham, which so obviously
Yes, of course.
113 degrees is the longitude. Home, Maya is an Indigenous word meaning home. RAC, there's a RAC holiday park there. There's a jetty and it's on the coast. Marie, we didn't
You,
even have to
Marie.
get to any dolphin facts. Well done.
You've got a
Thank you.
$500 WA staycation package.
Awesome.
Marie, have you been to Monkey Maya?
No, I haven't.
How'd you figure it out, Marie?
When you said RAC.
Oh,
There's only a number of RAC caravan.
Oh, there's a few.
Days.
It's one in
But it's near
Esperance.
the coast.
There's a few around.
Yeah. Nicely done, Marie. And everybody we just spoke to is in the running for Nova's 10K a day in May. And you're running out of May, by the way.
Marie, you're just blown away.
Yeah.
Well done. She was really good.
Hello, Marie. You are Marie? Yep.
She knows. When you're that good.
What's
you
the
know?
big deal?
It's the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
We're all still reeling, I think, from the events in Floreat the other day.
Oh,
Certainly are.
When I
Jeez.
first saw that story, I missed that it was Perth, and I
Yeah.
did
Of
not
course.
think it was here
I
because
know.
that doesn't happen here. And it was absolutely shocking, and my heart goes out to Jennifer and Gretel and their entire family and their
there's
friends.
now their sister, the other daughter, who's recently
Yes.
lost. So her mum, her sister, and her father.
Oh, it's
just
yeah.
heartbreaking.
Yeah. So this
Yeah.
this monster
Yeah.
that did this is just what you've done is so disgusting. You have made, I feel like you've made people question whether, even though we've found out now that they weren't, the wife wasn't staying with with them, you've now made people question whether they should take someone in that is in jeopardy from their partner because you don't know what you're bringing into your own house and to your own children. And that to me is, I hope that hasn't happened.
No.
The interesting part is that as well, where, you know, a lot of people are saying, could the police have done more in this situation? I think that's an easy thing to point the finger, unless
where they
rules
could
and
have-
laws have just changed.
You know where they
to
could have
help
done
them
more,
be able to
Sean,
do.
is the fact that when the wife left him at
Yes.
Easter,
Yeah.
she needed a police escort then. So the police were involved with her leaving. They were aware. They know that he's a licensed gun holder. If you are in that situation where you're
Take your
requiring
guns off
police
you.
assistance
Yeah.
to leave your partner, the partner shouldn't be allowed to have guns in the
No way.
interim.
No.
There is,
Yeah.
you know,
So
there's an issue there, I think.
No, I see what you're saying. When the police are going around, are they just the police that have not looked into any of those
Well,
bigger
they've got a
details?
database, though. They have a database.
Does it come up as...
I think the point is to take these things more seriously.
Yeah.
You know, and which the police are very serious about what they're doing, but maybe there's an extra step because were there questions about the fact, is he a gun owner?
Yes.
And getting down to the bottom of that, because you're right, Natalie, at that point of taking those guns away, then
And it's just
we
an
could
interim
possibly
thing,
have
but-
stopped this.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
Possibly.
And you know the other people that are obviously suffering massively with this are the ex-wife and they had
the guilt
children as well.
The guilt that she
he was
will
on the
have.
phone to one of the daughters at the time that he was doing
Oh,
it, and it just you can't even imagine what those poor people are going through.
Yeah.
Horrendous.
So horrendous.
So I think without knowing even anything about the new gun laws, because they're proposing changes, I think that it could only be good. I don't feel protective over guns. I know that there are gun people out there. I know that there are people that shoot recreationally and that they get upset about gun laws.
Yeah.
I know that there's farmers as well that
Well,
get
that's right. My
Yes,
father and my
about
brother
the
are
gun
both
laws.
licensed gun holders.
And I think that those people have they should be able to use their guns, but we need to somehow...
yes, absolutely.
Do something
So where does it
more.
stand on when you've got a farm, Nat?
Yeah, well, you have to be a license. You have to apply for a license
but-
and all the rest of it, and they have to be locked up and in safe gun cabinets and all the rest of it.
Do you need many guns?
I mean,
I've never...
but both at various times, my dad and my brother have been recreational shooters
Sean,
as well, like clay target as well.
They just become tools of the trade. So it's not
Yes.
like you're counting guns. You know what I mean? It's like basically
Picking
you
up
just...
another
But
shovel.
you're right. But
Yeah,
13,
you know.
13 seems a lot. And he was a collector, so he had a collector's license, the perpetrator of this crime.
And this is the thing, though. But honestly, if we're going to profile as well, he lives in Mosman Park.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, who would think that a person that's doing quite well living in Mosman Park, obviously has a bit of wealth behind him, you don't associate... We really don't associate crimes like this with someone in that stature.
No, well, I think it just goes to show that it can happen
It can
anywhere.
happen
Like,
anywhere.
domestic
So-
violence happens anywhere.
So that's the problem, is that how do we guess who's going to do what? He's a gun collector. That sounds fancy. You know what I mean? It doesn't sound like something that would be attributed to someone that's
that's
going to
true.
do this
That's
heinous
true.
crime.
No.
That's true.
It's just horrible. I mean, really, the only way to go about it is to take them all off the board.
Yeah.
But
where do you draw the line?
Where do you
Because,
draw the line?
like,
Because there are people out there that aren't misusing weapons.
Yes, and if somebody wins a gold medal at the Olympics for clay target shooting, we're all about it. So they don't get there by suddenly just turning up and having a crack at it.
most
I think
definitely
obviously
no.
they've got to train the whole way through. So
Horrible situation.
I just hope it doesn't scare anyone of helping anyone that's in need. if they need refuge at your house. I mean, of course, maybe now
it's
the
an
next
extreme
step,
circumstance.
maybe now the next step, if that is to happen, to inform the police that you've got someone that's come into your house and they're in jeopardy, and I just want to flag with you this is what's going on.
There were
but who knows if anything would happen.
There were no restraining orders against this guy, and maybe that's a sign that you should go to the authorities earlier, as early as you can, so that you can perhaps be afforded a little bit more protection.
Yeah, most definitely.
It's really easy to say with hindsight.
Yeah, of course. If anyone's in a situation of domestic violence and they're looking for a way out, there are people to call, but also, I mean, if you can lean on your friends, don't feel bad about what's happened here. If you need help, you need help.
Yeah, for sure.
Nathan, Nat, and Sean podcast.
The star of just about everything. You can hear him on
or not
a podcast on the Nova Network. It's obviously his highest accolade.
It's called Shopping with Ant Middleton.
and Nathan.
Star of SAS Australia and soon to be Dancing with the Stars, Ant Middleton. Welcome.
Thank you so much. Listen, I'm dancing away already.
Yeah, I know.
Staying in the vibe.
When you got the rhythm in you.
Do you feel the beat within you?
Well, listen, I've got to admit, I did. I got horribly competitive on that show.
I know, but that's not the same as being good at it.
No.
Were you good at it?
I'll let you be the judge. Very soon. Very soon.
Hey, Anne, I was interested to ask Ben Cousins if he was the type of person who would go out on a dance floor normally, right? So we're all going to the pub and we just had a couple of jars. Would
you're
you
at a wedding?
Normally jump out on the dance floor?
I used to, but now I'm one of those that sit back and just, play it cool, but not being cool because I actually want to get on the dance floor and make a fool of myself.
But back in the day, would you be a person that would just like you do like a bit of breakdancing?
Yeah, I think so.
You would pick
in
a
my
style
head,
and you would like
a bit of Michael Jackson, a bit of body popping.
Have you ever done a very enthusiastic worm that was so enthusiastic you smashed your face into the floor?
I think we've all done the worm, haven't we? And I think I've got to give that accolade over here to Shane. Apparently you are
Sean.
Sorry, Sean.
That's all right.
Sean, you busted your face up, didn't you?
Yeah, I got out of control on the Gold Coast one night and thought
happens to the best of us.
There was a circle going on which my mate started, and he created the circle at the nightclub, and I thought, being a good teammate, that you'd come in and support that circle that he created. And the flying caterpillar doesn't normally work too well when you've had 1,000 beers.
I've not heard of the flying caterpillar. Right, so that's something you made up on the spot.
There's a reason they don't fly.
You've got to be careful about dancing because it's dangerous. I nearly killed a woman. I was at a nightclub one night. Back in the day, Ant, when you used to think there's a podium, I'm going to dance on it because people need to see what I can do. I couldn't do much, but I ended up and the podium, it was like scaffolding. It was like it felt like it was a couple of stories high. Anyway, I'm dancing up there, there's this other girl dancing next to me, and I'm dancing and she's dancing and I'm dancing, she's dancing, I'm looking at her, she's looking at me. Then I did a bit of a spin, then I turned back and she's gone. And I just kept on dancing. I didn't really look down, she's on the ground. I'd knocked her off the podium.
Was it a spinning elbow? Was it more MMA than dancing?
His high kicks, really.
Or a combination of both.
Hey, what do they do about your partner? Because dancing is height-based as well.
Yeah.
So do they pull all the little pocket dances out for you?
Look, I'm swinging my legs on the chair here. I am vertically challenged. That is a fact. Yes, they gave me a lady called Alexandra. She's Ukrainian Australian, and she's a hard chick. She's like, she's tough mentally, physically, and with heels on, she's my size.
Yes.
So you can imagine. And also, everyone was like, Ant, just lift.
Yeah,
you're strong.
Because obviously you're going to be able to do that.
I feel like you could lift anything.
And but when you're lifting, 24/7, 4 to 6 hours a day, every day, you start to realise, what have I got myself into?
Well, the competitiveness you said comes into play, and which it does, which means that you're going to train longer than most people.
Yeah.
So from a fitness perspective, I understand that everyone, you just get you get fit as a fiddle. You sweat like a demon all the time.
Oh, all the time. Do you know the fitness side I expected, but the word is intense. It was intense. The training was intense.
Brain intense too, because you're trying to remember the choreography.
You've got to be present with dancing. This is what I realised. You have to be in the moment, because if not, you just won't get it. You won't pick it up. You just go through the motions. You have to be really present and you have got to have a good
What about
frame.
the other aspects of it though, like all of the fake tan and the sequins?
I loved all that. I do that every weekend anyway. So listen, that was nothing for me. The costumes were tame compared to my weekend antics.
No, he would emerge from a pool of Bondi Sands. Just let it drip hop in.
That's why I
just let the
signed
colours
up.
settle in.
That's why I signed up, really. I was like, sequins, makeup.
Hey, we in the entertainment industry sometimes are faced to do a lot of weird, different things that you're not prepared for. Dancing, of course, is one of them for you. The realities of saying yes to something. Fast forward the training and everything, and then let's go to you just about to walk out to do your first dance
in front of judges.
That feeling. Talk to me about that feeling.
The first feeling was, you idiots. What are you doing? Look at yourself. You look like a fool. You know. No.
Your pants are up to your ribs.
Yeah, exactly.
Who is this? What are with those tall dance
man?
pants?
Who is this thing that I'm looking at in the mirror? No, honestly, it was... I loved it. You know, I got into it.
So you didn't get scared? You didn't go... Cause
yeah, you do.
I thought you would have that out-of-body feeling like, oh, my God, I'm about to go and dance, and can I remember it?
Yeah, you do, but there's no sort of pressure on myself because people look at me and
They're not expecting you to be good at it.
this from the very first dance, and I probably shouldn't say this, but I'm going to. On my first dance, my feedback was I looked like a dancing rhino.
Is that what you were going for?
So that's how I started, shall we say. So I was quite happy with the dancing because I was like, it's saying dancing. And then the rhino, and I sort of looked at myself, and you know when you look at yourself in the mirror and you think, yeah, I do look ridiculous, but
they're right about the horn.
Look like a rhino. Yeah, exactly. And I'd like to Craig, be careful where I stick that horn, Craig. Be careful where I stick that horn. Be nice to me.
And it's such a full-on commitment too. How did you find... Because you've got to lock yourself down for a certain amount of time. How do you find yourself marking yourself off and spending all that time over here?
Yeah, you have to. It's 4 to 6 hours a day, Monday to Saturday. So you're just in the zone. You know, I got quite obsessive with it. I was just like,
it's like having a proper job.
Eat, sleep, dance. You know, back into the routine, and
Can you believe you're saying this?
What
Eat,
happened?
sleep,
What happened
dance.
to you, Anne Middleton? What happened?
I don't know. I don't even recognise myself.
That's so good.
How is anyone going to respect you after this series?
That's right.
Watch
SAS?
out. Listen, don't be fooled.
It's going to be a lot more dancing on SAS Australia.
I just went out to go to the bathroom, and then when I came back in, I opened up the studio door. And can you smell Ant Middleton right now?
Smells like
used to
success.
it. It is just a breeze of freshness.
Oh, thank you.
What is this? You're a very clean man.
Yeah, do you know what? I'm a stickler for personal administration, as we call it in the military.
Oh, yeah, administration.
So, personal administration, you know, showering, washing.
So how many times do you administer yourself a day?
Probably... breakfast show.
Put down the loofah, mate. So are you like, I'm smelling 3 times a day. I'm smelling a 3-shower
I'd
day.
say at least in the morning and when I go to bed. Then if I have a work, I'd probably say about 3 times a day.
You can smell it
It's
3
a real
times.
military thing. We had a guy that I worked with for many years. His name was John Rankin. He's an absolute superstar if he's listening. But he was always well groomed, always well presented, and as you said,
clean beard.
Clean as...
What about the time?
Beards aren't always clean.
Have you ever had to tell one of your fellow soldiers that they stink?
Multiple times. You get some. Yeah, it does, especially when you're on exercise.
Yeah, well, I can't imagine.
But no, even on exercise, you get the baby wipes. There's no excuse.
If you're in the deserts of Afghanistan, you're saying that it's really important to have some baby wipes on you.
Well, it's sustainability, isn't it? You can go 2-3 days without a shower, then your skin starts to maybe get rashes.
The build-up of ball grease is too much.
And I didn't want to say that, but that's
never
the worst
say
bit.
those 2 words.
What's wrong with you?
Is there an army-issued links or something?
Do you know what?
Links Afghanistan.
We need to chat after this.
Don't you think?
That is amazing.
Yeah.
Can you
Links
imagine?
camo.
Yeah.
But you can never find the can.
Yeah. We want to talk about Dubai. You're living in Dubai. It's just magical to us that you do this.
Mm-hmm. And you were telling us you don't live in the centre of the town where we see the Burj Al Arab and all that kind of stuff. There's other communities outside of the main area.
I live about 20 minutes outside. I can see the skyline.
Is it a suburb?
It's like a suburb.
What's it called?
Yes. It's like
suburb.
It's called Al Barari.
Oh, it sounds lovely.
And it's like a tropical community. It's really strange because you drive out of Dubai, you sort of drive through the desert a little bit, and then you hit this big tropical community. It's amazing out there.
Do you sometimes think, am I home, or is this a mirage?
No, listen, sometimes...
You drive straight through it?
Do you have your own camel?
I pinch myself.
Or are there camels just wandering around?
Do you know what? Where I live, funny you say that, because there is. When I drive the kids to school on a school run,
yes,
that you just drive through the desert and you can see the camels. So it's a bit surreal.
Is this basically...
There you go.
Is it as green as what we're seeing? We'll put some of these up on our socials.
And are you in a house?
That's my villa right there.
Come on, your villa wouldn't be that small.
Hey! See the one down below?
Yes.
In the middle?
Yeah, in the middle. Go in the middle.
No,
down.
Just looking at apartments and big houses, everyone.
Down, next one.
Next one over, left, to the left.
To the left, that one, that one there.
Yep.
There you go. That's
your house?
They're the same, exactly the same styles that we have.
It looks like there's a river going through. Is that man-made? If we look to the top
loads
right?
Of rivers.
I think it's all man-made, isn't it?
It's all man-made.
Except for the dirt.
Exactly.
Does Dubai have that palm tree islands that are all set off there?
Yeah, the World Islands.
What are they like?
So they're in construction at the moment, but they've done like a World Islands where it represents every country in the world. They just go big. They're just extravagant. They're futuristic.
Where are they getting their water from? Because they have very lush golf courses and all the rest of it, and you go They've got to get that water from somewhere.
It's in Dubai. They just got bottles of Evian. They're just like tipping it on the lawn.
No, that's what I bathe in. I
can smell the Alps.
You can smell.
Hey, just for everybody out there, what does a litre of petrol cost?
You know what? It's so cheap. I don't even know, because you pull up and there's someone there that puts your petrol in.
Yeah,
and
they don't even advertise the price.
Oh no, it's a bank card. Sorry, I've got this card that I tap, and no.
That's right.
You get the help fill up the car anyway.
I cannot with him.
Yeah.
Listen, I've got 5 children, so my bank card normally declines every single time.
Hey, this is a serious question, because I know that Dubai sometimes has windstorms. Are you sweeping sand up a lot?
Do you know what? There is sand in the air, yes. And when you look at the skyline from where it's normally just got that dusty sand, sort of haze over it. So there's a lot of sand. Do you know what? It's got its pros and cons, but listen, at the end of the day, it's a nice, safe place. I love the desert. I've operated a lot in the desert, and I just love the freedom of driving the kids to school, looking out your window, and just seeing nothing. Nothing. And like I said, the odd camel.
And what about when
going into the bright lights?
Of course, Dubai hit the news when the floods hit. So that torrential rain that may or may not have been from cloud seeding in Africa. Yeah. And I was stranded in Europe because of it. Were you in Dubai at the time?
Yes, I was.
What was that like?
Do you know what? It's a bit surreal, actually, because it's a bit like the UK. When a bit of snow hits the UK, the country shuts down. It's like that with Dubai, because it's not used to such downfalls like that.
Well, with so much sand, there'd be so much mud.
God, and you can imagine everything was blocked.
More than a year's worth of rain in a single day.
That's right.
It was torrential at the time, I imagine.
Yeah, really bad. And again, you talk about the sands, you talk about blockages, and everything just blocked up, and the whole city was underwater. But to be fair to them, we were on the outskirts, so it didn't really affect us. But I went in probably 2 or 3 days later, and talk about Operation Cleanup. God, everyone chipped in. The ruler put out a big sign on the motorways, which he doesn't really do, just thanking all the expats, because everyone came together.
Did you help clean?
Yeah,
what
absolutely.
Did you do? Did you shovel some sand up?
Yeah,
got a bucket.
I was there, blocking doorways, and there's a family across the road that the husband was away, so we went and all helped out. It was really good, because my children even helped out. They were rinsing out towels, and it did bring the whole community together, and it just goes to show that when we all chip in, we can get the work done, so it was really cool.
One last question. In Dubai, is there a bottle shop around that you can go to? Because it's one of those places where you're dry. So what do you do with that
I
stuff?
love that. Don't get me wrong, there's restaurants.
Is there a thirsty
and
camel?
You need a liquor license. You need to be able to buy alcohol and take it back to yours, you need a liquor license.
Oh, you need that to buy it, not to sell it.
But then there's restaurants, hotels that you can drink at. It's not
no RSL that you can K-pop into?
No. Unfortunately not. But I say unfortunately not, but I love that.
Yeah, cool.
I love that, that it's got that sort of, you don't have to have a drink to socialise.
Yeah, that's
it's
cool.
that sort of mentality.
Oh, imagine.
So, I love it.
You've lost Sean, I'm afraid. Before we let you go, we better plug everything that you're involved in. Okay, so we've got Dancing with the Stars coming in a few weeks' time, right?
Yes.
You've got a podcast on the Nova Network called
Head Game.
Head Game.
Yep.
You've got a book coming out.
That's been very helpful with my social life. Thank you.
I saw the side eye there.
I can't believe you go that into specifics.
SAS Australia will be coming
next guest.
soon.
Yes, correct.
Books, what do we got?
Yes, so I've got a new book coming out in the UK called Military Mindset.
Oh, wow.
So it will no doubt make an appearance here in Australia.
What number's that?
So that is number 6 of non-fiction, yes.
Okay.
And anything else? Does that cover it off?
And then I've got a tour in the UK as well.
Okay.
I've just done one here in Oz,
Yep.
so I'm taking over to the UK October, November time. So, that's why I live in Dubai. I can
What
just
time's
bounce
your
between the UK and
overachievers anonymous
Australia.
meeting?
Wow. You know what? It's very rare you come across a real career woman. And we've got one here. We've got one here in an important
And she
girl
can
clicky shoes.
dance. Thanks for coming in, Anne. It's always a pleasure.
Always a pleasure.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast. Two halves.
Don't miss Perth's Festival of Football with AC Milan taking on AS Roma at Optus Stadium on Friday the 31st of May. Tickets through Ticketmaster.
Oh, yeah, this is a cracking prize. We've got a double pass in the locker room to AC Milan versus AS Roma at Optus Stadium this Friday. So it's premium seating as well, food and drinks included.
Kayla's first cab off the rank. Good morning, Kayla.
Morning, guys.
Hey, Kayla. Welcome to Two Halves, Kayla. You're going to have to answer 2 questions in order to be victorious.
That's it.
Okay.
You get them both right, you win.
Yeah.
So this is one of those games where it doesn't matter if you're first. You've
I
got
know.
equal chance, equal opportunity.
You do.
Are you ready, Kayla?
I am.
All right.
Here we go. The first half of your question is, what colour is Santa Claus's belt?
Black.
Is correct. You've made it through the first half.
That
well done.
sounded hard to get
I know.
to.
Well, you think it's a trick one. It's
I
like,
know.
wait, there is he wearing that lovely woven leather one that he wears on the weekends for a Sunday sesh? Or
That's with his loafers.
is it
yes.
snake
With
skin?
His big, yes, snakeskin with a big Western buckle.
So there was a decision there. Sean.
Okay,
yes.
Kayla's
Right.
through the first half.
Second half.
Excellent.
Blackpink is a band that sings which popular genre of music?
Is it K-pop?
Kayla.
You've done the impossible.
Oh, my God!
You've done the impossible!
You've done it. Kayla,
Excellent. Thank you.
are off to see AC Milan versus AS Roma at Optus Stadium this Friday, and you have a locker room double pass. Premium seating, food and drinks are included, and those players
Oh,
are
my
going to be
husband's
so
gonna be
close
excited.
to you, you can nearly touch them. Don't touch
Kayla, you're in
them,
the
but
good
you can
books at
nearly
home,
touch
as
them.
you just as you know. But can you explain to us how you went with the K-pop?
Well, K-pop kind of all the rage now with the younger kids, and I
So
don't
if
know,
you hear
it's
a
kind
band
of
and you
the
don't
only
know
thing
about
that
it, no,
I
it's
didn't
popular,
know
you
the
think
band,
it's...
Yeah.
and that's why I thought K-pop.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're an all-girl
yeah,
K-pop band. Blackpink.
Can I say, in particular, so I write these questions,
Yes.
right? In particular, these were very annoying to write. Sean, I told
Yeah.
you this morning I never wanted to write them again.
Yes, you did say that.
And I wrote 20 and we used 1.
Well, that's good. That's good. Isn't it?
Luckily, we are playing again.
We are.
But I wrote 20 and we needed 1. The rage that is filling me right now. The rage!
That's hours
I
of work.
hated
Every
Nathan.
minute of writing these questions,
my
I hated
God.
all of it.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
There are certain things that bring rage to the surface of a normal Australian.
Yeah.
And that is bins. Wheelie bins in particular.
Wheelie bins.
Yeah, Sean.
I'm
It's still a
feeling it,
piece
mate.
of your property. You've still got ownership
Yeah,
over it.
that's
You know
true.
what I mean? It's your business what goes in those bins. And there's a chick on TikTok. Her name is Brooke. She caused a bit of a stir Australia-wide. She lives in Port Macquarie, and she was asking the question of whether what she was doing was illegal or wrong. And that is the fact that she, in the dead of night, she says, goes out and she puts her rubbish in other people's bins.
So presumably her bin is full and
Yep.
she's got to offload the
Yep.
rubbish on
Yep.
bin night.
She doesn't want anyone to see her, so she waits until it's dark and then she hits the
we
streets.
suggest she knows it's morally wrong.
This is the thing about her, right? because people this blew up,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
She said she even got interviewed by Yahoo, and Yahoo said she said that her own lovely neighbours didn't have an issue with her behaviour, but that wasn't the case for everyone. If your neighbours didn't have an issue with you doing it,
do it in the daytime.
Why are you doing it in the dark of night when no one can see you? I think that was a little bit of a fib.
Yes.
Anyway, so I was wondering, your bin's out in the street. Do you care?
Personally, I don't.
I don't either.
And I'm one of those people who have chucked stuff in the neighbour's bin, for
Have
sure.
you?
Yeah,
Of course you would be.
I've thought about it, but I've
Mate,
never
I wouldn't
done
be
it.
surprised if you went into someone's house and put it in their kitchen bin.
give that a go tonight.
Your neighbours, the things your neighbours put up with from
I
you.
tell you what I see a lot of, because when I walk the dog, it's a public park where there are bins, and people wheel in. They drive into the car park, pull up next to the bin, leave the car running, get out and dump their household waste in the public bin, and it's often really stinky seafood stuff.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
and they're not factoring in, like, those bins are collected on a Monday. They're doing this like on a Thursday. It's like there's then 3 or 4 days of that sitting in the sun in a stinky public bin.
Around
That's
Christmas
gross.
now. Yeah, that happens all the time.
I really thought that the consensus was going to be, if it's out in the street, it's fine. Which apparently the council says isn't fine. You should always have a conversation with your neighbours before using their bin, because just because it's out there, that's not like a green light saying if it's hit the curb, it's free for all. But these people that were commenting,
furious.
My neighbour does this in the dead of night, and it drives me nuts, only because they don't give a rat's about which bin they dump their trash into when they're contaminating our recycling. Trash neighbours.
Oh, okay.
This one
Well,
here.
you've got to be responsible. If you do,
you've got to put it in the
recycling
right
goes in the
thing.
recycling bin.
For
That's
sure.
just
I had a
common
neighbour
sense.
put stuff in my bin, and it was asbestos. That's not right. 2 of my neighbours try to do this. Unfortunately for them, I go to work at 6 a.m, so I simply remove it and put it behind their bins. Sometimes it gets taken. Other times they end up with it for another week. Our neighbours shove their rubbish into our bins and pack them so tight that they won't slide out when they're emptied. Now I've taken to throwing their rubbish bags back over the fence into their front yard.
Oh,
they won't stop, and neither will I.
So that neighbourly relationship's going well.
And this person says that they're really upset with their neighbour because their neighbour keeps on contaminating their rubbish with old fish heads and KFC.
Oh, well, we're not into that because we know what the outcome is there. But some people might think it's okay to just go out there and put it in. We've heard a lot of people go against
it. Once it hits the verge, is it open slather?
My thing is, if you're waiting
not
until the dead of night, into the dark of night, you know you're doing something wrong. If you're
But
doing
also-
it in broad daylight, it's not... you know what I mean?
But that's when people put their bins out. So they put them out in the evening. Do you know what I mean? They're not there in the
Well,
morning.
in our area, we don't.
Yeah.
I'll put mine out today.
Oh. Most people put them out in the evening. After they get home from work, they'll put them out. So there's an evening thing.
Well, today in our area, there are so many bins around. But if you're waiting until the dark of night, and people are, they're waiting till the dark of night because what you're doing, even though you think your neighbours is fine, you think it's wrong.
And you know what the funny thing is? When you're out in the street and you're doing that, you do tiptoe. And what's the point of that?
Well, it is. You're sneaking.
I know, because you know what the point? Because everybody can hear this music playing anyway.
They do. It's going in your head. Guys, we're going to open up the phones to bins.
And all of Sean's neighbours, obviously.
Yeah, you've got a problem. Let us know. It's Megan's fault.
We wanted to talk about bin etiquette when the bin situation at your place filled you with rage. We want to see if we agree with your anger and we might side with you. Hi, Simone.
Oh, hi, how are you?
Good,
I
Simone.
can't believe I'm on. I can't believe I'm live.
I can't believe I'm live. Now, that's it. Say something to get us off the air.
Now, Simone, where do you stand on putting stuff in other people's bins?
After I've been hearing you guys say it, I feel a little bit bad because I'm a culprit and I do it in the middle of the night as well. And I love that Panther music.
Is that because your bins are full or you get rid of smelly stuff?
Yeah.
like
Dumping
we're
a
talking
body.
about?
What are you doing?
No, just because it's full. So there's just me and my 10-year-old daughter. So I don't really have, I wouldn't have thought I'd have a lot of rubbish, but we just, seem to pile it up. And so, in the middle of the night, I always make sure there's like a big, like it's in a really thick bag so it doesn't, spill out.
You're responsible. You're responsible. Yes, I get that. But which house do you go to? Is it the next door neighbours? Is it over the road?
Or do you spread it around?
Yeah, well, I used to go to one neighbour and then I realised they had a security camera. That's really bad.
She's wearing camo at the
You know what? When you have to put a balaclava to do it on, there's one thing being sneaky, but that's taking it a step too far.
And ever since I saw the camera, they were away that weekend, and I thought, I'll be right. I'll just put a bin out and I'll put mine in. And then I saw the camera, and then I was like, oh shit, they're not gonna, they're gonna like not talk to me.
You've burnt them. Wow. Okay.
Simone, have you just got one big green bin? Have you got all the different ones?
I've got all the different ones, but the red one that you can put normal junk in is really
It's
tiny.
small.
So,
Yeah, same with us.
And they've done that to encourage recycling, but it doesn't stop how much stuff
No,
that you
it
normally
doesn't.
get. I drove past, and tell me now, I drove past a purple bin the other day, bright purple. What's that?
Don't know.
I don't know.
Where were you?
It was in a business area, so maybe it was something like.
Like hardware stuff of sorts.
But why would a
So
hammer need
metals and
why does metal need another bin?
well, you're not going to put that
There was
in
a
the general waste.
hairdresser's
Maybe
there.
they can recycle that.
Would it be hair?
It would depend what council it was, I think. Yeah.
If anyone knows what
anybody
the
knows
bright
about the
purple bin is, let us know.
Thanks, Simone. Alex, hello.
Hi.
Hey, Alex.
Alex, what are your thoughts on bin etiquette?
Just, if it's your own rubbish, put it in your own bin, unless you've got a neighbour that you've spoken to.
Yeah.
Like, my neighbour across my road, she asked me because her bin's full, and I'm like, yeah, sure. But mine, I've got a camera, so it picks up on anyone walking past, and I've had someone put their doggy bag full of poo in my bin.
You can't do
that's
that.
not
That's
cool.
not fair.
That's not cool.
So we can put rubbish in, but bags of poo, no.
I think take that home to your own bin or find a public bin.
Yeah.
Don't put that in somebody else's bin.
Yeah. Or
Yeah,
just
that's-
fling
Just
it
be
onto their
classy
roof.
about it.
They won't
Yeah,
see it.
yeah,
They
yeah.
won't
I
find
mean,
it.
that's the
actually
obvious.
I mean, how often do you go to your roof?
Thanks, Alex.
point, Nat.
Regan, hello.
Hello, how you doing?
Hey,
Good,
Regan.
Regan. What's your take on it all?
So I used to run a bin cleaning business. Yeah, and anyways, I used to post my videos on TikTok, and it used to get quite a fair viewing.
Yeah.
Then I had another bin business message that account, and they told me that I'm causing toxic waste to the environment because I was putting the soapy, dirty water down the drain. Now, he then started sending me death threats.
What?
Yeah, and apparently I was taking his business away from him and causing harm to the environment. I used to make sure that everything was out the bin before I would flush, let's say, I would wash the bin.
Yeah.
And yeah, he got crazy and started sending me death threats. But the first ever message I received from him, he was trying to sell me his bin trailer. And I just think he got annoyed because I wouldn't buy his bin trailer off him.
So who knew that there was like a massive feud in the bin cleaning world?
So he was a competing business as well, obviously, then, Regan.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it was.
Okay, and he wanted you to buy his bin trailer. You said no, and then he started these attacks on how you are single-handedly destroying the planet with your bin cleaning.
Yeah, absolutely.
But with more death threats.
Yeah, with death threats and threats saying that he's going to contact a lawyer and all this lot. And, it got a bit much, so I ended up closing the business down.
So he drove you out of the bin cleaning world?
Yeah, sort of. But also, I didn't want to clean bins the rest of my life.
Well, I would have thought that would have been the reason.
Yeah, that's another major factor.
Wow. Was his name Osama bin Laden? Because he sounds like a bad man.
Go on, ring the bell, because that was worth it. Well done.
Simone, Alex and Regan are all in the running for Nova's 10K day in May. Could get the call back to Savo.
$250 voucher to spend at Bailey Nelson Aussie Eyewear. Check it out, everybody. It's going to go to Simone, actually. She's honest, and she's the culprit.
She was the worst out of all of them.
Simone's the one that goes to the dark of night.
And why do you reckon I gave it to her?
Simone's a monster.
But you know
just
what?
like you.
And Simone, listening, monsters have a place here always.
That's right. That's right. All right. Well, we're out.
Oh, geez,
if you
look at
missed
the
our
time.
chat with Ant Middleton this morning, check out the Nathan, Ant and Sean Daily podcast for a little bit slice of life in Dubai. It was amazing, wasn't it? Great
I love
chat.
him so much. Hi,
More
Ross.
questions on that.
Hello, guys.
Sorry, Nat, you've been to Dubai. I haven't been. Sorry, Ross, have you been
go
to
ahead.
Dubai?
Go ahead. No,
I've got another
that's
question. I didn't ask this to Ant, but you see all the waterways and they're building that
Yes.
island and all this stuff. Is it an area that's got actually
Natural water source.
Yeah. Will
No.
naturally have? Do they have fish and everything like an aquarium set up through there, or do they just they get them in?
Your question is, does Dubai have fish?
Do they have seaweed? Is this man-made stuff?
Actually, I don't know the answer to that.
Is there a hall of old women weaving seaweed, crocheting seaweed and chucking it in the water?
Everything's made. I don't know if you go into the water and there's any seaweed.
Well, I don't know, Sean.
I'm really glad you didn't ask this question when Ant was here.
It's very Field of Dreams. If you build it, they will come.
Does Dubai have fish? You can expect to catch a variety of fish, including kingfish, dorado, cobia, and barracuda.
There you go.
Okay.
Does it have seaweed? Does Dubai have seaweed?
Does
Can
Dubai?
you search that, please?
Naughties at 9 are coming, but let's get
No, take your time.
Yeah, how about
What's
we do
more important,
seaweed.
Ross?
Yeah,
What's
good
more
point. Sorry.
important?
Suitable seaweed habitats continue to be created as the coastal zone of UAE is increasingly modified by the construction of new breakwaters, stone jetties, metal piers, etc., etc.
So they're creating the habitats, and then the seaweed will come.
Oh, I took it from them creating seaweed. They're just cutting up cellophane. Well, no one knows what. It's such a waste
spaghetti.
when you've unwrapped something with cellophane and then chuck it in the bin. It's like, well, it's still doing its job.
It's true.
Great point.
This fun stuff in the podcast, other things you might be able to check out.
There's also stuff that's not this.
Yeah. How much a can of Coca-Cola in Slovenia costs? You hit that. And adults flying kites.
Hey, wait.
Oh, no.
Sorry. Boss Dave just walked in shaking his head. What's your problem?
Looking at Sean and shaking his head.
Drivel. Dave, I actually was thinking about that. Sorry.
Yeah, no one's disagreeing.
Nathan, Nat and Sean is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au. Nova.